carne asada tacos, mariachis, Cinco de Mayo, the most interesting man in the world, sombreros, Salma Hayek, tamales, El Chavo del Ocho, tortillas, spicy candy, tequila, La Cucaracha song, and lots of salsa. Do any of the things I have listed give you an idea of what I'm going to talk about? If you guessed Mexico, then you're right. The long list I just provided is composed of food, people, and things that are related to Mexico, in some way at least. As a person who has lived almost all of his life in Mexico, I want to share with you some of the aspects which have captivated people around the world and have a special place in my heart. Learning more about Mexican culture can help you associate better with the Mexicans you know, view Mexico in a different light, and prepare if you get to visit Mexico in the future. Now, I am going to talk about the aspects of Mexican culture that I like the most, and the friendly people, the amazing food, and the focus on the family. Let's start with the friendly people of Mexico. Mexico's people do what it takes to make others feel welcome, appreciated, and happy. Whether it is a greeting on the street, an invite to eat, or a si se puede, the Mexican people will do their best to make you feel good. I had the opportunity to serve in Mexico City for 2 years, and I noticed that people there prefer to give than to receive. Many times I noticed that even though the families would not have much to eat, they would give it all to us. It was very humbling for me to know that the family that fed us would not be eating much that day, or anything at all, because they provided all of their food for us. Mexicans make others feel appreciated by the way they greet each other. The neighbor, according to the time of day, will always greet you with a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night. Whenever a person enters a room and there are people that the person does not know, the person will be greeted with a kiss on the cheek or a handshake, according to the appropriateness of the situation, of course. Friends and family normally greet each other with a kiss on the cheek, a hug, or an abrazo, or both. The people that we feared the most are the people that ended up saving our lives, said James, a man whose vacation with his wife in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, was interrupted by a hurricane. James and Rachel feared for their lives as the Hurricane Odile hit Cabo and damaged heavily the hotel they were staying at. The couple and many other tourists were sent on a bus to California with little food and water, and they had to stop for 30 hours due to the roadway being submerged in the water. Fortunately, the townspeople came to their aid and made food and drinks for them. According to Rachel, they, they didn't have anything, and they did everything they could. A walk on one of Mexico's streets can help you find one of the many places where you can eat yummy food for not very much money. Tacos, burritos, tortas, sopes, huaraches, and gorditas are just some of the antojitos you can find on the street. Going out to eat with friends and family is so easy due to the many options and the cheap prices. And the stomach is always happy with these small trips to eat good Mexican food. Tortillas are a staple of Mexican cuisine. Both corn and flour tortillas are pretty much necessary to have in a Mexican home. Corn tortillas are part of almost every meal in the South, and flour tortillas are used in the North to make delicious burritos. Corn tortillas can be used, of course, to make tacos or enchiladas, but they can also be used to even just dip them in the soup. Another thing that distinguishes Mexican food from other kinds of food is the spiciness. Mexican food is normally cooked with some kind of spicy salsa, or there will at least be some kind of salsa on the side for you to put on your food. Mexicans view salsa as a way to enhance the food's flavor. People are taught to eat spicy food at a young age, and there is even a wide assortment of spicy candy, which is very good. Family is the most important thing in Mexico. Mexican culture is known for the unified nature of the family. The country's divorce rate is among the lowest in the world, 0.33 divorces per thousand people compared to 4.95 divorces in the United States. Children regularly live with their parents until they marry, even if they remain I'm sorry, single until their 30s or later. It is also common for family units to remain connected, often with grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, and children all living in the same area or even in the same house. Family time is always an important time. It is very common to have the whole family sitting down at the table to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When I am home in Mexico for the break, I sometimes try to persuade my parents to do family home evening, to which my father normally responds with something like, "We are already together as a family in the evening. We do family home evening every day." Families in Mexico still spend a lot of time together, like the families in the United States used to do in the past. Now you know why I love Mexican culture so much. The culture of Mexico has given Mexico a special place in my heart. Mexico's food, people, and family focus attract many people around the world. The information I just provided you with has hopefully given you a desire to associate more with the Mexican culture, or at least go out for some good Mexican food. This culture is vast, and it is hard to cover all the aspects of it in this speech, but I hope I was able to provide a good representation of the culture of Mexico. ¡Viva Mexico!